Hello everyone, this is my presentation about the definition of happiness. Have you ever asked yourself if you are truly happy in life? How do you define happiness? And what about the other people around you? There are so many different ways for people to find satisfaction that most people often do not even give it any thought. But no matter the difficulty, the importance of being able to define happiness is one that everyone should recognize. The reason I am giving this presentation is to help others find happiness easily, and to teach the ways that people find it. By understanding this, it can allow people to maintain it easier, by doing things they enjoy for recreation or employment, or with people they like being around. The definition of happiness is a hard one to find when so many people designate it so differently, but knowing how people interpret it is still an important topic. Learning about the many definitions of happiness can help people understand each other's intentions and lifestyles better. While people often find different ways to find their goals of happiness, the goal that they will try to find is always the same. Furthermore, many people hide their sadness by pretending to be content in situations they know they cannot leave or stop and are out of their control. Such topics are seen in books like The Great Gatsby, where characters are often portrayed in bad relationships with their partners, not wanting to leave even though they are unhappy. Understanding that everyone wants something unique in life teaches compassion and empathy towards others. Comprehending contentment in your own life can help to tell when someone is concealing their discontent. And if people can spot these situations, they may be able to assist in others' problems or to make them more content. So, how do people define happiness? For many people, the pursuit of happiness is very different from others due to their expectations. Some people may find it quickly, and others may struggle to find it for years and years. The methods used to obtain happiness are usually quite substantially different. Some may find it through companionship, others through spending money, or even through self-expression, as well as many people who say that happiness is a necessity in life, or those that hide their unhappiness. One way that people find happiness is finding it through companionship, or surrounding themselves with people who give off positivity. One such example is a duo of characters that do this exact thing is Bronwyn and Nate from the book One of Us is Lying, who after being suspects for murder start hanging out together and helping each other cope with their situation. One such example of this is found when they are released from detention early after Simon dies. Bronner is incredibly distraught about the situation and cannot seem to think properly, at which point Nate comes over to offer her a ride home. The act of offering this was simple, but the effect it has on Bronwyn is obvious. She calms down and is much less distraught about the situation she's currently going through. Of the two, Nate seems to be the more emotionally stable, and by offering his support to Bronwyn, he is assisting her in being less upset. But he similarly gains from the situation, since through reassuring her, he gains her trust, which can reassure himself as well. This is important to him because of the four suspects, he is the most likely to be blamed due to his drug dealing past. Through mutual compassion over the situation, the two can feel much more comfortable and less stressed about the situation they find themselves in. Another way that people try to reclaim their joy is through financial gain and spending. One such instance is Myrtle from The Great Gatsby. While on a car ride, she's bored and sees a basket of puppies for sale. In response to the puppies, she states that she wants one for the apartment because they are nice to have. The way she reacts to these dogs, so simply and willing to spend so much money readily, shows how she views money as a way to get things she wants to be happier. The way she talks about the dog she is buying as nice to have shows that she views it as a tool to make herself happier for a short while, similar to how a lot of people in real life view money in the same way. Finally, another way of finding happiness is self-expression and is found in the book Outliers. In this section about the Rosetta Mystery, Roseto is a city in in Pennsylvania that has a higher than average life expectancy and a lower rate of death among its occupants. This seems strange to many people, as in the town they do not seem to be acting with their health in mind, noted to be using lard as opposed to the much healthier olive oil in their cooking. When further studies are conducted on the town, the main difference that the researchers find is that people interact with each other more often. They act incredibly friendly towards each other, and they all come from a similar ethnic background, being Italian. This likely makes it easier for the occupants of the town to bond easier. Because of these facts, most of the people in the town are much happier than in other towns. They feel like they can express their Italian heritage among each other, and it leads to many bonds within the town. Moreover, the fact that their life expectancy is increased further shows why it is important to understand how to find joy in life. Finally, an important thing to talk about is that some people who are discontent will attempt to hide it as a way to make people think that they are happy. Daisy from The Great Gatsby is one such character that fits this trait. Throughout the book, she is shown to be in a relationship with her husband where she seems very unhappy. This is shown through their constant bickering and fighting. However, Daisy doesn't want to get a divorce from her husband, so she pretends to be happy with the relationship. Both sides of the relationship have secret lovers, and they both know about that they pretend not to do not exist. Daisy decides to stay with her husband even though they both know they are cheating on each other. She does this in an attempt to make it seem like she is still happy to the rest of the people, so that they won't judge her for trying to leave the relationship. She feels like the situation is out of her control, since she cannot reasonably escape the marriage without getting a divorce, which is something that she doesn't believe in. In conclusion, many people find happiness differently. Some struggle to find happiness for many years, while others find it quickly. Some gain friends and express themselves with them to find enjoyment. Others spend money and live lavish lifestyles and enjoy their time. But the most important thing about happiness is that it is different for everyone. And understanding this simple fact will make you a much better person. Knowing this, you shouldn't judge others for the things that they enjoy doing. And better understanding the more common methods of happiness can help you help others become happier.